dusty stretch where shadows cross. The moon hangs low, revealing lost. Whiskey bottles clink in hollow song. Midnight on the lonely road where spirits belong. A lone coyote calls to a ghost town's lights. It's a canvas painted black, missing all its rights. Underneath a starless cloak, vengeance does implore. Silent deserts whisper tales of the damned and the yore. Each step is a memory, each breath a burning pile. Midnight on the lonely road, kindling old desires. There's a tale they whisper of a love betrayed. Her laughter haunts the canyons by the creek where they laid. A preacher man once told of redemption and sins. Now his church lies in ashes as the dust storm begins. The train whistles mourn like a widow's soft plea. In the night's chilly grasp, no soul dares to flee. Underneath a starless cloak, vengeance does implore. Silent deserts whisper tales of the damned and the yore. Footprints lead to nowhere, in the sand they conspire. Midnight on the lonely road, awakening the liar. With the past at the old hanging tree. Forgotten graves stir, whispers set us free. A gun's cold echo in the valley tonight. Truth and retribution blend under the pale moonlight. Let the stars bear witness. Let the cold wind howl. Revenge or forgiveness under fate's stern scowl. Now I walk with shadows. In silence I roam. Midnight on the lonely road, this cursed land my home.
Out where the shadows meld with the scorched plain, church once stood. Proud neath the sun's rain, met the horizon with a spire so tall. Now just ashes where the fire did crawl. Whiskey bottles clink in the ghost town bar, while a dust storm wails neath a cursed star. Dance, dance, the church fire waltz in the silence of the ruins and the faults. Spin with the ghosts in the pale moonlight, where the flames took her from me that night. I heard her laughter on the old train's whistle, saw betrayal's face, cold as was a thistle. She loved another, took my heart to the grain, left me with nothing but the drought and my pain. One strike of the match, burning bright and fast in that old church wood, laid our love to its last. Dance, dance, the church fire waltz with the echoes of our love and its assaults. Twirl with the memories I can't fight, silent desert screams in the firelight. In the burned pews I see her face, haunted, taunting, lost in that fiery embrace. Was it revenge that led my hand, or her heart too broken to understand? Dance, dance, the church fire waltz on a bed of embers and the frost. Forgotten graves call out my name. In the church fire's glow I claim my shame. Dance, dance, the church fire waltz alone, where my soul can meet its cost. Step with the shadows that know my plight, under starlit skies I embrace the night.
In a town where the church bells no longer toll, whiskey bottles lay beside each forsaken soul. Dust swirls where the rose once grew, under skies no longer clear nor blue. Train whistle splits the cursored air. Echoes bound for nowhere from nowhere. Gone with the ashes, faded so fast. Memories of the future, ghosts of the past. In the silence of the desert where the lost love scream, I wandered through the remnants of a forsaken dream. Here stood a church, now charred and burned, a testament to the lessons we never learned. She whispered of love as sweet as spring's first rain, but her heart hid secrets, bound in chains of pain. By the forgotten graves we made our solemn vows, but her betrayal left nothing but shadows and hollows. Gone with the ashes, lost in the blaze, the fire in her eyes now just smoky haze. In the whiskey's burn where the heartache teems, I drown in the currents of broken dreams. On that night with the moon as my witness, I face the truths as cold as the desert's kiss. A revolver's echo, a cry in the dark. What's left of justice in a world so stark? The ashes, I ride alone through silent deserts where the winds moan. With each step forward, my past I redeem. In the land of the lost, I reclaim my dream. Gone with the ashes under starlit beams. In the haunted quiet, I sow my seams.
Out on the edge of a ghost town fade, under the shadow of a church's charred remains. Whiskey breath and the cold moon's gleam. Dust devils dance where the devils dream. Boots stir the dust of forgotten graves. Tonight I'm meeting a man who never saves. Dancing with a gunslinger, eyes like wildfire scorn. Spinning through curses where such souls are born. Last train's whistle is a lonesome cry for those who dance with men who'd rather die. He came with a storm from badland winds, a heart made of leather and steeped in sins. Once loved a girl with the sun in her locks, left her heart in the desert, bound in a box. Revenge a whisper on his parched lips, a dance of bullets as his heartbeat skips. Dancing with a gunslinger under the blood-red moon, moving shadows whisper we'll meet our doom soon. Echoes of laughter and a cold empty flask, beneath each step the past harsh man. Face to face with a ghost in the fray, his eyes hold stories he'll never say. I've come for you, my voice a raspy song. He smiled like he's been waiting all along. Dancing with a gunslinger, fate's cruel hand were dealt. In the silent desert where our true hearts have knelt. With each gunshot our sins confess. In the dust we settle, nothing more, nothing less. So let the wind howl over lands we've roamed, a gunslinger's tale in bullets and bones. And we dance on in silence deep, in the haunted desert where old secrets keep.
There's a trail that cuts through the heart of the dust, where the wind whispers secrets in a ghostly hush. Broken bottles tell tales of the dreams that died under the shadow of a church with its cross burned wide. Riding through the lonely road, whiskey on my breath, every mile a memory of love, betrayal, and death. The desert's heart is beating beneath the cursed moon's glow. On this road I ride alone, where the lost souls go. Once loved a girl with fire in her autumn eyes, promised her forever under sapphire skies. Found her heart was stolen by a drifter's song, left me with the echoes where my trust went wrong. Riding through the lonely road, whiskey numbing the pain, each town a ghostly whisper, each loss a link in my chain. The stars are silent witnesses to the rage I've stole on this path of vengeance, on this endless road. In a dusty canyon I face the man in black, echoes of the past like a train upon the track. His draw was quick, but my revenge was quicker. The gunshot rang, but the pain just got thicker. Now I'm riding through the lonely road with blood on my hands, a heart too weary to forgive in these forsaken lands. This road will be my day, my tomb beneath the sky so broad, just a nameless rider on the lonely road. With every ghost town passed, I shed a piece of my old life. In the silence of the desert, I find my strife. Yet this road I ride, it knows my every woe, a companion in shadows on this lonely road.
On the edge of dust, in a ghost town's embrace, where the shadows stretch and the coyotes howl. An old church burns, the steeple lost in space, whiskey bottle clinks in the hand of the fowl. A lone whistle rides the wind from a distant train, echoes carry tales of what I used to be. Gone with the outlaw heart beneath the cursing moon's light, hunting the horizon where my demons hide in plain sight. Love's a forgotten grave, sworn by blood to never part. Tonight my soul's the price I pay, gone with the outlaw heart. Knows her secrets, keeps them close. Dust storms roar like the anger in my veins. She was the oasis, my reprieve, my dose. Her betrayal a noose woven from love's own chains. Silent deserts witnessed our vows crumble to dust. Her whisper, a serpent's left me broken, a shell of rust. Gone with the outlaw heart. past with sorrows etched its art. Love's a haunted tale in this land harsh and stark. Tonight I ride through hell, gone with the outlaw heart. In the mirror of the night, my reflection's lost. Face the man I've become at an unbearable cost. A showdown with my ghosts in the streets we start. Gunsmoke will be my host. Revenge, a bitter part. Gone with the outlaw heart. With each beat I depart from the man I once was to fulfill destiny's chart. This journey ends where it did start, in the silence of the desert. Gone with the outlaw heart.
Under a blood-red sky, where the vultures circle high, dust devils dance where the old church lies in ruins. Whiskey bottles clink in the silence of the ghost town. Every wall is a story, every shadow a warning. Echoes from the cursed land, they call my name through the whisper of the train, like a lost refrain. Here under the desert sun, where my sins lie bare, the wind carries my burden, a song of despair. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy night, betrayed by a kiss in the flicker of the lantern light. Her laughter now a memory, fading in the swirling dust. Her vows lie forgotten like a pistol left to rust. Echoes from the cursed land, a haunting plea. In the howl of the night wind, she speaks to me. Bound by blood-stained dreams in these silent streets, every stone tells a story, every echo repeats. By the burning church, I kneel and pray for rain. Wash away her sins, cleanse my soul from pain. But the heavens stay silent, just like her grave, hidden wide in this cursed land. Even redemption has died. Echoes from the cursed land. of this forsaken land.
Riding through the silent graves, in the heart of a dust-swallowed ghost town, where the wind whispers low through the graves, rode a man with a scar across his shadow, through the cursed lands where the night never wanes. Beneath skies inked with tales of betrayal, he passed churches ablaze in the gloom, his path lit by the light of a flickering memory, dancing alone in the ruins' perfume. Riding through the silent grave, whiskey on his breath, heart enslaved to a love lost and a vow that still whispers in the hollows where the fearless are braver. He'd once loved a girl like a wildfire, burning bright in a world full of strife, but her heart was a pawn in a gambler's cold hands, drawn to the edge of his knife. In the silence of a forsaken station, he recalls how her laughter turned cold as the train whistled along through the desert's dark heart, carrying away the gold. Riding through the silent grave, past forgotten graves where lies are paid, ghostly echoes of old train whistles mixed with his fury, sharp as thistles. Stand still where they once vowed to wed. A specter in lace haunts the chapel nearby, whispers of revenge from the dead. He lifts his eyes to the horizon, where the dawn breaks harsh and it's clear. The only way out from the pain and the rage is to face down his demons. Draw near. Riding through the silent grave, with a spirit cleansed and a soul brave. In the dust storms that cleanse bitter past, he finds peace amidst the outcast. In the heart of a ghostly desert town, under moonlight's glow, where a whispered wind stir the sands of sins long ago. There's a gunslinger's shadow stretched beneath the gallows frame, chasing echoes of a love now just a withered name. A bottle of Halloween rests in his trembling grip, each sip burning like the truth on a traitor's lip. Dust devils dance where the church once boldly stood, now just charred wood whispering promises of the good. Whispers in the gunslinger, tales of lead and gold, revenge a bitter story, through his blood runs cold. Betrayed by a brother, lost his heart to deceive, in every silent heartbeat his fate he'll meet. Years back they rode as one through the storm's rage, a band of brothers, bold script on history's page. But greed whispered through the canyons of men's souls, and what was once sacred now a curse controls. In the dead of night the desert heard a train's lonesome call, the same night as love's laughter became a deathly pall. Brother's betrayal with a bullet sealed in a kiss left him bleeding in the dust, a sworn promise. Whispers in the gunslinger, tales of lead and gold, vengeance stirs the embers in the desert cold. Haunted by love and a life that thieves stole, his sorrow buried deep in a forgotten road. Under the crimsoned horizon, his eyes finally see the ghost of his beloved walks, whispers let it be. But the winds carry vengeance, and in the dust he's drawn to right the wrongs by the dawn's first light, or be forever gone. Whispers in the gunslinger, a soul never at rest, accepts the path before him with an iron in his chest. Through forgotten graves he roams, but never alone. The desert is witness, the sand his final home. In the shadow of the valley, where the sun forgets to rise, lies a town too scared to mention, under cursed and stormy skies. Whiskey bottles line the barroom, spilling secrets, spilling sin. Every ghost wears boots and sorrow from the lives they couldn't win. Oh, the devil's cursed this land of mine, with dust and blood entwined, where the church once burned to embers and the truth's too hard to find. Hear the whistle of the lonely train, like a banshee's mournful cry. In the devil's cursed land, we live haunted till we die. Once loved a girl with eyes like fire in this ghost town's better days, but betrayal's bitter venom turned her heart to ashen grays. She danced with my best friend under moonlight's treacherous glow. Now they're just two more forgotten graves where the hollow winds do blow. Oh, the devil's cursed this land of mine, with love that's turned to rust, where the shadows whisper vengeance for each betrayed heart's unjust. Hear the whistle of the distant train, like a ghost that can't let go. In the devil's cursed land, bitter winds
forsaken soul, marred by debts of deep regret. All the devils curse this land of mine with ghosts I know too well. Each whisper in the silence, each toll of the funeral bell. Feel the whistle cut the stillness like a blade against the sky. In the devil's cursed land, we don't live, we just survive. In this haunted heart of darkness, under skies no stars command, I reckon with my demons in the devil's cursed land. In the shadow of the moon, on the edge of the dust, lies the haunted prairie, whispering secrets to the rust. Train whistle moans through the silence of the ghost, by the burned out church where the spirits boast. All beneath the haunted prairie lies a tale so worn, of a love turned bitter and a heart that's torn. Whiskey bottles and forgotten graves, telling tales of cowboys damned and brave. Once I loved a girl with wildfire in her eyes, in a cursed town with sunsets bloodied by lies. Betrayed by a kiss, I watched my world collapse, left me wandering this desert, waiting for perhaps. Beneath the haunted prairie, under that lonely sky, echoes of our laughter, shadows of our goodbye. Dust storms roll over memories so grave, sins of the past no man can save. By the light of a dying star, I face my foe. In the hallowed grounds where the cursed winds blow, gunpowder sent to flash in the night. Revenge or redemption, couldn't tell which was right. Now beneath the haunted prairie, I lay my love to rest. The desert knows my secrets, keeps them close at its breast. Forgiveness or damnation, let the spirits decide. On the haunted prairie, a lone gunslinger's ride. So if you wander far, where the wild coyotes cry, listen close, you'll hear the prairie sigh of broken dreams beneath the starry dome, beneath the haunted prairie where lost souls roam. Out where the wind whispers moans through the ghost town, Streets empty as the bottles in my hand last night thrown down. Train whistles cry like the haunted tales they say. Whiskey breath and dusty boots leads a man astray. In the shadow of the church where the fire still burns lies a heart scorned by the lesson never learned. Silent grave ballads sung by the damned and the saved. Every whispered note a secret from the grave. Her love was a mirage, a sweet desert rose with thorns. Promise forever left me nothing but scorn. A storm rolled in, the sky scornful and gray. Found her whispers in the wind, but her shadow slipped away. Under the steeple of smoke where our sins lay in the ash, I recall the firelight in her eyes, gone in a flash. Silent grave ballad, echoes of a love that craved each lingering melody crafted by the betrayed. To have kept. Round the burning church, the night air heavy and stale. Ballad of the silent grave tells a sorrowful tale. Acceptance in the dust under stars that misbehave. Revenge, just a ghost among the stones of each grave. Every line rings like the last breath of a man alone. Echoes off the canyon walls through the marrow and bone. In the heart of the lowlands, under blood-red skies, I ride through the ghost towns where the old crow flies. Echoes of train whistles weeping soft and slow. Past the church with burnt walls where the sad winds blow. 6 bullets of fate in my weathered old gun, each one a memory, deed undone. Shadows stretch long as my sins parade down cursed lanes in the choices I made. Found an old whiskey bottle, dust covered and sealed, in the room where my love's betrayal was revealed. Her picture, a faded reminder of what's lost. A love pure and honest, but oh what a cost. 6 bullets of fate for the ghost that I keep, each whisper a secret that I can't let sleep. Shadows fall heavy in the silent despair on paths paved with sorrow, leading nowhere. Silence stood a man once my friend. His heart turned to stone, on revenge did depend. We drew in the dusk, our past written in sand, 2 shadows colliding in this forsaken land. 6 bullets of fate, now 5 in the ground. 1 waits in my pocket where my peace is found. Shadows glow quiet
This darkly woven tale, set in the haunting landscape of a cursed western terrain, tells a story of loss, betrayal, and eventual resignation, all framed by the ominous 6 bullets of fate.
Underneath the silver moon's haunted light stands a ghost of a town swallowed by the night. Wind whispers secrets through the chapel's burned black beams, echoes of the past caught in a dust devil's dreams. Buried in the cursed land where shadows lead the dance. Whiskey numbs the heart, but it can't change the chance. Every step I've taken led to this forsaken sand. Here lies my broken promise, buried in the cursed land. The tale of a love bright as a train's lone whistle call, gone like smoke from a gun when the darkness began to fall. She was the fire, I was the cold iron rail, bound for collision, a story doomed to fail. Buried in the cursed land where the lost souls roam, haunted by the echoes of a heart that was my home. Every night I've woken to the desert's mournful psalms, found my dreams uprooted, planted in these silent palms. In the valley of the damned I face the truth under starlit glow. Her words were betrayal, the final brutal blow. Now every whisper of the sand, every chill the desert sends, is her voice calling me to a place where all ends. Buried in the cursed land, with my sins laid bare, the dust settles on my soul, yielding to despair. Here I wait forever 'neath the cursed plot, I stand bound to the silent hell, buried in the cursed land. Out in the shadow of the hangman's tree, where the wind whispers low, cold and free, dust devils dance on a barren plain, and the sun bleeds red like an open vein. Old whiskey bottles clink in the ghost town breeze, echoes of laughter lost in the freeze. Where the undertaker's hem waits underneath the silver moon's cold gaze, there lies a heart that no longer beats in the land where vengeance and sorrow meets. Hear the train whistle moan through the cursed night, where the undertaker's hymn waits. We find the light. A tale of betrayal by a lover's hand,
She vanished like smoke into the wasteland. Her memory haunts every whispered wail in the chapel ruins where shadows prevail. The preacher spoke of sin as the church burned bright. Another soul lost to the desert night, where the undertaker's hymn waits. Life fades as quickly as the rusty gates creak. In the silence of a forgotten grave lies a cowboy whose heart was betrayed. Hear the coyotes cry to the hollow sky, where the undertaker's hymn waits, the spirit sigh. Stand at the crossroads, gun heavy in hand. The sky splits open over cursed land. Echoes of the past, they rise and swell, caught between heaven and the fires of hell. The truth sharp as a knife cuts deep and clear. Her ghost in the moonlight, ever near. Where the undertaker's hymn waits. Resolve hardens like the frost on cold gates. With each step on this desolate trace, I walk to meet my fate. I embrace, let the desert swallow my mournful cries. Where the undertaker's hymn waits, a gunslinger lies. Let the dust settle where it may. In this silent desert, I'll find my way. In the shadow of the gallows, where the cold wind moans, lies a tale of a man, buried bones beneath stones. Whiskey bottle in his hand, and a heart turned to rust, haunted by the memories in the desert dust. Beneath the dusty boots lies a story untold of love lost and betrayal in the days of old, where the sun bleeds red on the cursed land. Echoes of a gun held in a trembling hand. He rode through silent towns with a ghost by his side, chasing whispers of a love that long ago died. In the churchyard at midnight, where the dead trees weep, he swore an oath over her grave, a promise he'd keep. Beneath the dusty boots lies a story untold of love lost and betrayal in the days of old. Through dust storms and sorrow past the devil's gate, he rides seeking vengeance fueled by love and hate. Under the pale moonlight he faced the traitor's eyes, a brother in blood, now an enemy in disguise. Two shots rang out like a train whistle's cry. One man stood, one man laid, ready to die. Beneath the dusty boots leaving nothing but footprints and a shaking hand.
So if you wander through this ghostly land, beware the story of the boots you may unwillingly share. Each step uncovers what many have found, a life of shadows beneath the ground.
In the shadow of a chapel where the cold winds moan, lies a town too cursed to claim a name of its own. Whiskey bottles line the streets like candles for the dead, underneath a blood-red sky and the full moon's dread. Hear the prayer that whispers in the chapel's mournful halls, begging mercy from the ghosts that wandered through its walls, where the vows of love were traded for a gunfighter's aim. Echoes of the past, they whisper vengeance in my name. Once a lover, now a specter, in the dust and heat. Her memory haunts the silence of the empty, cracked streets. A train whistle cuts the night like a scream across the plain, recalling fires that turn holy ground to ashes in the rain. Hear the prayer, the whispers in the chapel's broken pews, each one a testament to choices that a man might choose. From the depths of shadow love to the stark light of day, the whispers speak of a price that's yet to pay. By the light of a burning church, I saw her face again. In twisted flames, found the truth. It was I who bore the sin. A whisper in the desolate, forgive it softly pleaded, but revenge, a thirsty blade, remained decidedly unheeded. So a prayer to whispers in the chapel under stars so cruel and bright, I lay down beside forgotten graves, disappearing into the night. Let the desert claim its due, where the ghostly voices swell. In the silent dust I'll find my peace as the chapel bell knells. A lone echo fades away in lands both cursed and swept, where whispered prayers meet the dawn and the old secrets kept. In the valley where the the shadow lingers under skies as old as the moon. A church steeple charred and fingered by the wrath of a scorned man's ruin. Whiskey whispers in the ghost town dust, echoes of a train that's gone. No mercy in the church fire burning red. Flames whisper secrets of the damned and dead. Lost loves lament, a bitter choir singing to the heavens of the church fire. Like an old coat frayed, her locket cold against his chest. Promises like graveyards laid in soil barren as his heart's unrest. Through dust storms that erase the tracks and silent deserts hold the tales untold. No mercy in the church fire, wild and wide. The skies cried ash when the faithful cry. Betrayal silhouette against the pie, cast by the blaze of the church fire. The truth unveiled on that cursed stage drove him deeper into the wild. Forgotten graves unearth their names as he stands alone, the fire's keeper. No mercy in the church fire, souls ascend, haunted by the echoes that will never end. This ghost town knows of desire, forever marked by the church fire. Where the whistle cuts the silence of the plains, my boots stir dust from the bones of forgotten names. A town with windows like the hollows of dead men's eyes, echoes with stories of deceit and lovers' lives. Shadows, the church stands charred and cold, marked by the fire of the bitter truths untold. Dusty boots and smoke whispers on the wind to dance with ghosts in boots, where my sins are pinned underneath the moon, where my soul got broke. All that's left is the tale of dusty boots and smoke. That old saloon door still swings with a haunting creak.
drowned my vows and her memory grew weak. She loved a drifter whose shadow outlasted his stay. Left me a locket and a curse I can't betray. One fateful night by the light of a blood-red moon, her secret bloomed in the dark, a love forsaken too soon. Dusty boots and smoke riding through my veins, haunted by the echo of her last refrains. In the heart of the storm where my dreams awoke, all I follow is the trail of dusty boots and smoke. Now I'm standing here where the old crossroads align. A bottle in my grip, fate's bitter design. Her whispers in the gusts, the sand stings my face. In the land of the cursed, I accept my disgrace. Dusty boots and smoke, my redemption's fee. In this wasteland of sorrow, only ghosts are free. Revenge or forgive, the past in flames I stoke, walking on just a man with his dusty boots and smoke.
Out where the whiskey drowns memories in the shadow of the old pine trees, dust devils dance where the church once burned. A lesson hard and cold I learned. Moonlight cast a guilty shade on silent streets where our promises lay. Echoes of a train sad wail, a ghost of smoke on a forgotten trail. There's no mercy in the ashes, no tears left to cry. Beneath these cursed skies, even the strong don't survive. In the heart of a silent desert, where old loves go to die. No mercy in the ashes, no use in asking why. I found her locket in the dirt, next to where the earth still hurt. Her whispers haunt the canyon winds, a melody of our lost sins. We played with fire, we crossed the line in a town that God left behind. Blindly swore we'd never part, now her betrayal's a thorn in my heart. There's no mercy in the ashes, vengeance keeps me warm. The night